Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? And we got another big NBA matchup going on between the Detroit Pistons and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and both these teams are fighting for playoff positioning. Technically, the Pistons are still fighting for a playoff spot. Currently, they're the 6th seed, and I don't know if they want to stay as a 6th seed. They're not really going to move up to the 5th. They can only fall down. God damn it. But OKC currently is at the 7th seed, and they would have to face the Denver Nuggets, which is way better for them matchup-wise than having to go against the Warriors if they fall to the 8th seed. So both these teams are scratching and fighting for a playoff spot. And Westbrook, almost said Wilson, always do that, is coming off from a historic game of a 20-20-20 game. A triple-double where he had 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. Something we haven't seen since Wilt. So tip the hat off to the guy. He is balling, and obviously you can't sleep on Paul George, who at one point in the time during the season was an MVP candidate. But the key storyline to this game is Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is day-to-day still with that knee. He is from Oklahoma, though, so I would think he'd want to play in front of his hometown. But, again, we don't even know how serious this knee injury is. Again, doctors say it's just day-to-day. So I don't see any reason to rush him. I really don't. Because odds are, even if he's healthy, you aren't going to win in OKC. OKC is insanely tough team, especially at home. I mean, Westbrook and Paul George, they just click together. They just feed off of one another. One of them's going to have a big night, no matter what. You just got to stop the other person. They're better when Paul George has great games. When he's feeling it and he's on fire, they are really tough to stop. So you're going to have to rest up, do some homework, do whatever you can if you're the Pistons, because you're going to have your hands full. This is not just an easy game. I mean, no NBA game is easy, but OKC, even though they're the 7th seed currently in the West, are really tough. This might be the toughest 7th seed of all time. And there's been some good ones, but this team is good. If you're OKC, though, you can't sleep on the Pistons. Pistons have had some back-to-back losses to the Pacers, where I feel they did the best they could without their star player, but they just lost an 11-game win streak at home. And that's got to hurt your pride a little bit. Last game, I feel they were upset with the officials. You're going to have the best of Andre Drummond. He's been on fire since the All-Star break. Absolutely insane player. He's been going off. Reggie Jackson always seems to play harder, not necessarily better, when he plays at OKC, just because that's his former team. And he felt like he was better than Westbrook. And he really hasn't shown that, but he's healthier than he's been in the last couple seasons. So he's going to come out with a little bit more aggression and look to attack the basket. So you got to be on the lookout for both of those guys to go off. But all this is depending on if Blake Griffin is healthy. If he is healthy, he was probably going to be on a minute restriction, which OKC doesn't have anybody anymore that's going to stop Blake Griffin. Steven Adams is a center. He's going to have to guard Drummond, and he's going to have his hands full with Andre Drummond. They don't really got a guy, if Blake Griffin can play, to stop Blake. So if Blake's out, that's a super advantage to OKC. This is going to be a fun matchup nonetheless. Again, OKC should win this game. They should win it comfortably. But you never know with the NBA. And any given day, someone can go off. Wayne Ellington can go off this game and drop 30 points, or you never know. But OKC should win this game and win it pretty comfortably. I wouldn't play Blake if I was the Pistons necessarily, because even if he is going to play, the odds of you beating OKC is not very high. To be honest with you, I'm being real. You got some stretches of games. What, after this one, there'd be 3 left. So, yeah, like in the final stretch of the season here. I probably wouldn't even take him to OKC. I don't know. If I was just the Pistons, because we're not going to win this game. OKC is a way better team than we are. Way more pieces and depth. And we're just trying to make the playoffs. And the thing that's so frustrating is this injury happened at the worst possible time for the Pistons. You needed some more games. We got to win 3 games to lock up the 6th seed. If we win 3 games, we're the 6th seed. We can't keep relying on Brooklyn and Miami and Orlando and even Charlotte to lose games. You have to go out there and earn your spot, which the Pistons have done just an incredible job from the All-Star break, just flipping the switch and taking off. But this is an unfortunate time for this injury to happen. It really is. So, I mean, that's pretty much all we got. It's going to be a fun matchup, fun game, entertaining. Everyone, OKC fans and Pistons fans alike, should tune in. That being said, plug-in time. Instagram, Twitter links are in the description. Link to a playoff hype video for the Pistons is in the description as well, so go ahead and check those out. But without further ado, I don't got anything else to say about this matchup until the game is over. So that is this Friday. Should be a good way to start the weekend off. That and a couple of beers and shots of Fireball maybe. But we'll see how that's going to go. That might determine how the game ends, how carried away we're going to get. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.